Stop scrolling for a second and look at your current phone. Does it feel a little old? Does it feel like you've seen it all before? You know how it goes. Every single year, Samsung drops a new flagship, and we all have the same reaction. We think it looks exactly like the last one. Maybe the processor is 5% faster. Maybe the box is even thinner than before. It feels like the excitement is gone, right? Well, brace yourself, because the Galaxy S26 Ultra is about to break that cycle once and for all. This time it actually feels different. It feels like Samsung has finally stopped chasing useless gimmicks. They started listening to the real complaints we have been screaming about for years. If you are thinking about upgrading, or if you are just tired of boring tech, you need to stick with me. These are not just spec bumps. These are upgrades that could genuinely change how you live your daily life. We are talking about night vision cameras, satellite video calls, and an AI that might actually make you ditch Google forever. Let's dive deep into the beast that is the S26 Ultra. Let's start with the feature that everyone cares about the most. That is the camera. For the last few years, the Ultra cameras have been great, but they haven't been perfect. We have all been there. You try to take a photo at a nice dinner, or maybe outdoors at night. The result is often mushy and grainy. It looks overprocessed, sharp in the wrong places, and completely unnatural. Well, that ends now. The S26 Ultra is keeping that massive 200-megapixel main sensor that we know and love. But they are changing the physics of the lens in a huge way. They are bumping the aperture from f/1.7 all the way down to f/1.4. Now, if you are not a photography nerd, let me explain why this is a massive deal. In the world of cameras, a lower number means a bigger opening. A bigger opening means more light. This shift lets in roughly 47% more light than the previous model. That is an insane jump for a smartphone. Imagine snapping a photo in a dimly lit room where you can barely see your own hands. On your old phone, the software has to work overtime. It adds fake brightness and creates ugly digital noise. On the S26 Ultra, the lens just drinks in the light naturally. The result is night photos that actually look bright, detailed, and clean. No more grainy mess. It is going to feel like a true generational leap in mobile photography. But it is not just about the dark. Have you ever taken a photo of a sunset, or a city street, and seen those annoying green dots floating around? Those are lens flares. They ruin perfect shots. Samsung is finally using new advanced lens coatings to kill those flares and ghosting issues. And finally, they fixed the holy grail of complaints, skin tones. For years, Samsung cameras made people look a little bit yellow or pale. It was like a weird filter was stuck on your face. Reports say the S26 Ultra processes skin tones naturally. You will finally look like a real human being in your photos, not a cartoon character. Haven't used Perplexity? It is arguably the best AI search engine on the planet right now. It gives you real-time answers, structured info, and actual sources you can trust. Imagine asking your phone a complex question and getting a perfect summarized answer instantly without digging through pages of Google Ads. And because Bixby is baked into the Samsung system, it can control your apps better than Google Gemini can. It knows your phone. It can toggle settings, find specific files, and organize your life in a way third-party apps just can't. This might be the year Bixby becomes the assistant you actually use every day. It is a bold move, but it could change how we interact with our phones forever. Now, picture this scenario. You are hiking deep in the mountains or out at sea on a boat. You drive through that one dead zone on a road trip where the bars drop to zero. Usually, this is where panic sets in. What if there is an emergency? The S26 Ultra is taking satellite connectivity to the next level with a brand new modem. We aren't just talking about slow emergency texts anymore. This is full two-way communication. We are talking about voice calls and even video calls via satellite. This is real-world life-saving stuff. It makes the world feel a lot smaller and a lot safer. Whether you are a traveler, a remote worker, or just someone who hates losing signal, this feature justifies the Ultra name. No more no-signal panic. You are always connected, no matter where you stand on the planet. The software experience is also getting a fresh coat of paint with One UI 8.5. This version focuses on what they call smart saves. There is a new adaptive data saver and a network battery saver. These features intelligently manage your 5G and Wi-Fi connections to squeeze every drop of juice out of the battery. For the camera nerds, there is a sweet new feature in the camera settings. You can set 24 megapixels as your default shooting mode. This is the perfect sweet spot. It gives you way more detail than the old 12 megapixel shots, but doesn't eat up your storage like the massive 200 megapixel files. It is fast, sharp, and practical for daily use. The design is getting a fresh vibe too. We expect the classic clean white and silver options that always look premium. But the star of the show, the one that is going to be in every commercial, is a new rich deep purple. It is dark, moody, and absolutely beautiful. The black version is getting a makeover too. It will now have a completely uniform black frame. No more shiny silver edges mixing with the black glass. It is completely murdered out and looks incredibly sleek. But the biggest design change is hidden inside the back glass. Magnets. Samsung is finally integrating Qi 2 magnetic charging. Think of it as Samsung's version of MagSafe. You can snap magnetic wallets, stands, and car mounts right onto the back. It also enables faster, more efficient wireless charging up to 25 watts. Now for the hard part. The price. We have to be realistic here. The cost of making these phones is skyrocketing. Memory is expensive and these new 2nm chips are incredibly hard to produce. We might see a price hike this year. It is possible the S26 Ultra could start around $1,400. That is a lot of money, no doubt. But when you look at the package, it is clear this isn't just a minor update. This is Samsung making a more capable tool for real life. Imagine going off-grid without fear. Imagine snapping professional low-light photos. Imagine a supercharged AI assistant. It feels like a complete package. My best opinion. If you have an older phone like the S22 or S23, this is the massive leap you have been waiting for. It finally fixes the long-standing issues while adding futuristic tech that actually matters. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon like that. I want to know what you think. Which feature are you most excited about? Is it the f1.4 camera, or the satellite calls? Let's chat in the comments.